fairest way to go about getting the new hosts. Now, on a caveat to that is that we did actually go through and we picked out 17 bonuses, 15 technically, that we thought met the standards that we always look for as the Riverwest community. They came with everything being very well prepared. They had a really good vision. They had something that was very community oriented, and they had a glory hole. So we're just gonna roll through that.
Yeah. Well, hang on, Corey. Hang on. Let me ask a couple questions here. So we're doing this differently because the bonuses in the past weren't good enough. There was too many. Break it down to someone like myself.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun to pop over to your friend's house and like slam a beer, but is that really a bonus? I guess that's for the captive audience to judge. But we wanted to do something that was more involved, more resonating, and just kept, something that people would remember a little bit more. So we decided to scale back and then, just try to hope that we get more quality over quantity.
All right, well said, well said. Corey, where are we right now?
We are actually at the world famous Black Husky Brewery.
Good people here at Black Husky.
Good people. Slow your roll at the Falcon Bowl. It says they're advertising for other companies. So
and we're going live. It's great to see we have almost 300 viewers live. So thanks to the television audience that's with us. Thanks to the Riverwest Live audience. Good people. Salt of the earth here. Good looking crowd too. As I was saying, I was in Kalamazoo last weekend, and not too far along, I was actually at the Polish Falcon. You guys ever been to the Polish Falcon? Anybody ever been to the Polish Falcon?
No.
Not a good looking crowd over there, those people. Not good looking. All that hair, all that steam. Anyway.
They have screen door submarines.
Some of the people there are so ugly.
How ugly are they?
Well, I didn't hear this. I didn't hear this from me, but they're so ugly they went into a haunted house and came out with a job application.
Boom.
All right, Corey.
All right.
To summarize, just real quick, I'm not trying to be too didactic, because there's a lot of didactic in Riverwest. Am I wrong?
Oh, you're not wrong about that.
You can't swing a stray cat without hitting someone that's being too didactic.
Yeah.
But we're doing these bonuses. You've already picked 16.
Correct. We've done 17 bonuses.
They're already picked.
They're already picked.
Does anybody know where they are or who they are?
Those people do know who they are.
Lucky for the 17 people. That's great.
Lucky
That's
17.
Great. And they were the best 17.
The best 17, we thought that those guys, they all came strong. They all had a vision, and I think everything that they stand for is what the community should stand for.
So the rest of them were kind of
Yeah, I mean, room for improvement, maybe.
Okay. Are any of those in this drawing?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like 35
So
of
this
them.
is basically an drawing. Yeah. A shrug plus.
A shrug plus.
That's what I'd call this. Shrug plus drawing. All right. Well, what else we got? What else we got, Corey, before we begin here? Because I know people are waiting anxiously.
Yeah.
Should we announce our sponsors?
Yeah.
Sponsored by Blifford Hardware.
Blifford. Full of nails.
That's it. All right. Back to the drawing, Corey.
All right. So we're going to do one individual quick one here. And we're not doing any of these by category except for this one.
Can anybody see this?
Here.
Is anybody seeing this?
Yeah.
Are you green screening this in?
Yes.
Yeah,
How about we turn that around?
It's
full screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Am I on it? I got a green suit. Maybe just my head is talking. All right.
so this is a singular category.
Okay, so it's a single category.
And
of what?
we're not going to disclaim or declare what it is, but
So hang on a second. I want to make sure I
Sure,
understand. I want to
yes.
hype this up a little bit. I need to know
Yes.
exactly. You're spinning this wheel, and it's going to announce. It looks like some names.
yes.
And that person's name means what?
So that means that they earned the right to host a bonus.
Got it.
So these 4 people, we generally feel that this is a bonus that should be involved. 4 people signed up to do it, and so therefore we're going to just take one of the 4 because.
Okay, so there will be many more wheels. Spun.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so settle down, people.
All right.
Settle down back there.
Okay, so here we go. The first bonus of the night. Whoa! Technical difficulty. Who would have
Really?
thought in a time like this?
That's weird.
Yeah. Click. There it is. Okay. And it looks like we've got Johanna Paulus
Yeah, with a question mark.
with a question mark. There it
It's
is.
in the name.
Congratulations.
And what do we know? Do we know about this bonus?
I do know about this bonus. We're not going to talk about this bonus
Oh, because the bonuses are not released.
because the bonuses are not released until game day.
All right.
So Johanna, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
I know what she's doing.
And it's good?
It's great.
Okay, so we have 18 now or 17?
We have 19 to go.
19 to go. Okay.
Yeah.
So before we get into that, let me tell you a funny story. This will only take about 45 minutes.
Excellent.
One time I was at the Polish Falcon. That's it.
Okay.
That's all I
it. That's what we had. Okay. So we're going to the next wheel. And here is
Whoa.
where things are going to get a little interesting.
Okay.
So as names are drawn, they will be removed. And once we do 19 of these,
You can remove a name off the wheel.
the name will be removed once
What a
they
time-
get caught in.
What a time to be alive.
Technology is pretty good.
Okay, so those 4, you really wanted those 4?
Yes.
Did their names get thrown into this?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
They had a good run.
So they had a good run. Sorry, Hart and the other 2 people whose names I can no longer remember.
So we're going 19 times with this.
Correct.
Okay, settle
Okay.
in, people.
Yep, get your popcorn.
Settle in.
You might want to
It'll be
quick.
a bumpy road.
That's right. All right, here we go for the first name.
I think it's space bar.
There it is.
I know it's a lot of buttons on there, Corey. Space bar.
One too many.
All right, it's hard to see with these bright lights.
Whoa. Okay,
Joseph.
Jeffrey Joseph.
No question mark.
No question mark on that one. Congratulations.
Is Jeffrey Joseph here? No.
There's a lot of people in the audience. He
It's
might
hard
be in
to
the
tell.
back.
It's hard to tell. Jeffrey Joseph, just come on up. Come on down and pick up your prize of being a bonus host. Thank you, people. Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to remove his name. We got 18 to go.
And how many are on the board now, Corey?
34.
So you got basically a 50% chance. A little better, 65% chance.
Yeah.
All right.
Right around there.
All right.
All right. God, it's not the space bar.
There's a lot of buttons, Corey. A lot of buttons.
One too many buttons.
A lot of buttons on there.
There we go.
25 and a space
Yeah.
bar.
This thing actually keeps track of the number of results, so we don't even need a scorekeeper.
Hey.
All right.
So,
Milton.
Milton.
Okay.
okay.
A strong participant in the River West 24 of the past.
Come on.
What has he done?
Pardon?
What has he done before?
Last year he did the tricycle race where the tricycles ended with one wheel. Good bonus.
Okay.
It became a unicycle ride.
Okay.
Okay.
It was on purpose or was that magic?
It was a little of both, we'll say.
I came to the Polish Falcon once. I came here with 3 wheels and left with 1. True story.
All right. Next up. It looks like we have.
Oh, is it a line?
Oh, Carolyn Weber sneaks in.
We know her. Yes.
Yeah. She's owned many businesses in this area.
I want to say too that is there a documentation of this?
There is documentation of
Because
this.
I don't want anybody, calling the independent bicycle race board on us.
Yeah. Taking it up on the old River West neighborhood Facebook
Stay
page.
away from the neighborhood association page. Yes, We don't want
That's-
any complaints on that.
That's
We don't
really
want
the last thing we
yes,
need.
an 83 comment stream on the It's Hot Out.
You know, get Dan O'Donnell involved. All right. We have,
Don't get me going on stray cats, Corey.
ooh, we're going to rock this town. Here we go.
You can see this? What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive.
All right. Jeff Callison.
You know Jeff Callison?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me about Jeff. You know about Jeff?
Yeah, he's the front man for the Vic Ferrari band.
Oh, Vic Ferrari, big band, big
Yeah.
band. And they opened up for me in the Rainbow Sunshine Jugglers one time. It was like it was in Dayton. I saw them play in Dayton. Good people.
Yeah, salt of the earth.
Salt of the earth.
All right, congratulations, Jeff. Okay, moving on.
Rick Ferrari in the what?
The Vic Ferrari 7.
All right. The longer the name, the crappier the band. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Yeah. You ever listen to Stone Temple Pilots?
Oh, barely.
Wow. All right, Michelle Hackett.
All right.
Okay, very good. Yeah,
What do you know about Michelle Hackett?
I hope she can hack it with this bonus.
Okay.
Tell you
It's a
that
lot of
much.
responsibility.
Yikes.
With every turn, with every action in this neighborhood, you could end up on the neighborhood association page.
That's true.
And so it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Very, very much so.
Sarah does not play. You know what I'm saying?
Oof.
She'll comment on your stuff and you're done.
All right, moving along. Now that's 5. We got 14 more to go. So yeah, about a 50% chance here. Good luck, everybody. I keep hitting that
I know,
space
a lot
bar.
of buttons, Corey, a lot of buttons.
One too many buttons.
It's getting smaller.
All right.
Is that the
Is
first
it
time I've
going to
heard
be?
that? You know what I'm saying?
Yikes. Who's been in Lake Michigan lately?
It's cold. It's always cold.
All right. Christy Sebald. Congratulations.
You know Christy?
I do not know Christy. Do you know Christy?
I don't know. I don't know
Okay.
anybody.
Is she,
I'm new to town.
is she waving over in like the 10th row back there?
I see. Hey, Christy, thanks for coming. Come on down.
Yeah.
Let's start a fire here. Black Husky.
Okay. Keep her moving. Ooh, looks like Andy, you've made it.
Andy.
Andy Heath.
You know Andy?
I don't know Andy.
I appreciate the 2 eyes in Andy. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
was just saying recently, we need more eyes in Andy. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Right with you.
Yeah. Hang on, before we get going a little bit further,
bet.
Corey, I want to just pause for 1 second.
Sure.
And I want to say, is this the future of the bonuses? Is this how it's going to always be? It's not that it's bad. I got nothing going on. So what do you think? Is this how it's going to be from now on?
So I think people are going to be, you know, where the strongest bonuses are. You know, as much as we want to shotgun a beer on your friend's porch, I mean, you're already doing that.
So why were you doing it this way? Is that maybe the standard wasn't set when you opened the bonuses? So now that
Correct.
so many people got in, you're like, hey, wait a minute, I would really like to do some better stuff. So you're making the numbers small.
Quality over quantity. Yeah.
Why are there bonuses at all in the River West 24? Why don't we just open the streets and let them blaze?
Well, I think it's important that you acknowledge the people in your community.
Okay.
And
how does a bonus do that?
So by doing so, you know, maybe you're going and you're going to help. You know, there's been a number of community gardens that have been started because of the River West 24. There's also been a number of glory holes.
Okay, yeah, I've been to a
You
couple.
know, so
Before the new owners took over, you should have seen the Polish Falcon. Yeah, a lot of names for it. I'm not going to say on this family-friendly show, but hang on a second, Corey. I hate to zoom in further. You still haven't quite related a bicycle race
Yes.
to why a bonus.
So-
I get there's gardens, and that's wonderful, but
Yep.
how are
It's,
gardens related to bicycling? I still don't get the connection.
So, you know, if you're going to be on your bike for 24 hours, we want you to get off of it here and there. They do this in the Alley Cat races that you might have participated in when you lived in Brooklyn in college.
Yeah, a lot of people here that lived in Brooklyn in
Yep.
college.
And so, it's a way to get off your bike. It's a way to make experiences.
Maybe meet other people.
Meet other people. So you run in, and then now you're running into somebody at the fish fry.
Yeah, be a part of the neighborhood.
Yeah, at the Circle A fish fry.
Wait a minute. It probably slows the race down, I'm guessing, too.
And it does slow the race down.
All right.
Very good.
And
Yep.
it takes when you're building a sword, I bet you there's a lot of sword builders in River West, and I'm not even making a joke. But what I'm saying is, when you take it and you hammer it, and that stuff falls off of that. What's that called? That stuff that you don't need when you're building a sword.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Is that shale?
Maybe.
Well, you're slag. Yeah.
There it is.
Band name.
Yeah.
Probably great.
Yeah.
Band name. Why would that be a great band name? Is it one syllable?
One syllable.
Okay, but
Yeah.
I digress.
Not like
Corey.
Stone Temple
the
Pilots.
point was, the slag, the unnecessary metal, the impurities fall off. And so when you do bonuses, we're hammering people in the schlag. Wait, is there an L in schlag?
I don't think there's an H.
There's not even an H?
Slag?
So it's called sag? Do you get where I'm going with this, Corey?
I think so.
The bonuses are hammering competition and getting rid of people that think this is a real competition.
That's true. Yes.
Okay, I
Yes.
digress with my euphemisms and quips.
All right. So, but that was, now we're going to take a few minutes from our sponsors at Blifford Hardware.
Yeah, good people.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was Bliffords with a T and there's no S till like last week. A true story.
Yeah.
I thought it was Blifford my whole life. My whole life, I thought it was Bliffords. True story.
You know what they
I looked
say.
at the sign one day, walking home from the Circle A, and I looked at the sign and I stood there staggering in the street, and I saw the T and no S. True story. There's not even an apostrophe.
Yeah. You know their
Blifford.
slogan?
What is their slogan?
Blifford, screw it.
Been there, man.
All right.
Back to the show, Corey. Stay focused here. Anybody got time for all these neighborhood quips?
And we've got Nicole Shaver and Maddie Day. Okay, very good.
Whoa, is that 2 bonuses?
That's going to be one singular bonus run by 2 people.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Nicole Shaver and Maddie Day. It's a lot of quips, a lot. We're going to leave it alone.
That
We're going to
joke
move away.
writes
We're going to move away.
itself.
We're going to move away from that one.
All right, we've got just 11 more. And it's our good friend Craig Berzinski.
Good. Do you know?
He knows a thing or two about the Polish Falcon.
Yes. His name is on the wall. But hang on a second. Do you know this guy?
Yes, I do.
Is it Craig with a? It's Craig with a G.
With a G.
Craig with a G.
Yep.
And what do you know about this bonus? Has he been done bonuses before?
He's done bonuses before. Always quite the adventure.
Oh, they're adventure. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. Tell me, Corey, being bonus manager,
Yes.
you presented to us today 36 or how many or 50 about roughly?
Yeah, there was about 150.
About 150?
There was around 60, I think, that initially signed up.
60?
A few dropped out since they had signed
And you
up.
cut some right away already, or what?
Some got entered right away, and now we're in the cut factory.
All right, you're a teacher, Corey.
I am a teacher.
There must be a criteria.
Yeah.
And I'm making a bold statement here. There is a criteria, pause, we'll get to it, but when we talked about the future just a few minutes ago, you want to set a rubric for the future. 26, the year of the rubric, is that what you're saying?
That's it.
I got it. Let's go
Yep.
back to the criteria. What is the criteria in your mind? And it's very subjective, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, and we've had many you've had many bonuses managers along the way.
Yes.
I'm just here on a weekend hiatus from Kalamazoo. But the point is, you've had many bonuses along the way, and the philosophy or the criteria may have changed along the way. You can't speak for that, but what is your criteria for a solid bonus?
I just generally want bonuses to be well prepared, run well.
That's 2 things, right?
Yep.
Well prepared, and they have to run well.
And
But you don't know they're going to run well on an email.
correct.
So well prepared.
Yes.
You don't even know that? on an email.
No, not always.
Okay, so I'm
I
striking
do
those two.
sometimes. We had somebody give like a full spreadsheet of what they were going to do,
And
and last year they got in.
so your first criteria is details.
Details. Be ready. Have a plan and action. Little things we can always hammer out, and I love having that ability to work with the other person and say, this seems like pretty good, but what about we make a little tweak here, a little tweak
Yes.
there, a little extra salt, maybe a dash of pepper.
We were talking backstage earlier, and I remember you mentioned to me that a bad bonus is like, this is a bonus idea. So dear Corey, I have a bonus idea. Flag football.
Yeah,
Is that a good idea?
that's probably not going to cut it.
Okay,
really.
okay. You need more details.
Yeah, we need some more details.
Okay, so number
and
one, the rest criteria is
more
details.
grit. Yeah.
What's something else that makes a good bonus?
I think a good bonus needs to have a solid flow. There's going to be 250, 300 people coming through in 2 hours. You want to make sure that that this line is moving regularly. We do not want to have one person trying to make a jigsaw puzzle of 500 pieces, and
Great
then the next
example.
person comes in
Great
by
example.
themselves making a jigsaw puzzle of 500 pieces. Meanwhile, the line is from the Polish Falcon all the way down to the church where people are eating breakfast.
That's not a bad bonus, actually, when I think about it. If we did a puzzle and everybody has to put one piece in it,
Yeah.
yeah, that's not a bad idea. It's not a
Yeah,
bad,
maybe we could keep
not a
that
bad
in the
bonus.
ringer for next year.
But okay, so details, number one. Two is flow. What else is a great criteria for what makes a good bonus?
I think having the ability to meet a stranger.
Okay, so there's got to be so on that criteria, building a
Work-
puzzle is not a good
But-
bonus.
Unless they're helping each other, but
Got
maybe
it. Okay.
yeah.
So there's got to be a social aspect to it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Do you think that's good enough? Is there more?
I think that's a good foundation.
Got it. Okay. So when you're reading through these ones and you said you came with 6 and you got rid of 10 right away, they probably didn't meet those 3.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you're confirming though that these 19 we've spun today have those 3.
Right.
Got it. All right.
And then maybe the other one, and again, subjective, but if it's something that's been done to death, maybe that one that bonus can be.
Let's pause for 1 second. Let's ask the audience here. What's a bonus off the top of your head that you've seen multiple times at River West 24? Yoga. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, yoga's great, and there's a lot of great yoga, and I love yoga, but we have done that a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. And it was a great idea. But I will say people say they like to use their other muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of muscles I haven't used in a long time. You know what I'm saying? I've been married for 25 years.
For yoga muscles?
I will say like rap battles has been pushed to the edge.
Boring.
Yeah. Dance parties.
Boring.
Maybe if the fine crowd of the Polish Falcon jazz team were to show up and teach people how to two-step, maybe that's a little bit more involved.
If we could work out a flow, it's
Right.
got people involved,
Right.
and it is organized. Okay,
yeah,
got it.
There's,
All right.
there's a little bit of background, some history to it.
Yep.
Not just show up and we're going to play Prince and you're going to dance for 3 minutes and get back on your bike and ride away.
Did you have any yoga inquiries this year?
Yeah.
Are there any yoga inquiries on the board?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's
Okay.
get going. Ain't nobody got the time.
Yeah, your cigarette's running low. All right, we got 10 more to go then, looks like. And it looks like, is it going to be Brett Huber? With 1 T.
1 T. Yeah.
1 T,
Yeah.
Brett.
Yeah.
That's what they call him
was
down at the
saying.
station.
Yes. I was saying.
Not to be confused with Brett with 3 T's.
There's a few things that we need in this world. More Hawaiians in the NFL.
Yep.
That's, of course. I mean, that's
True.
obvious. But number 2, more eyes in Andy
Yes.
and less T's in Brett. That's the line in the sand right there.
It's a pretty good line. All right.
Anybody got time for all those letters?
Correct.
And Craig with a G.
That's right. All right, here we go to the next one. Okay, Nick Ruland.
Nick Ruland.
Is that how you say it, Ruland? Ryland? Roland?
River Nest, River.
Oh, he runs the River West Grown. Okay,
The River West Grown.
that's actually one of our sponsors.
I've had the River West Grown and I left the Uptowner. Actually, I woke up in the Uptowner I've heard I've heard the River West groan. Yes.
Yeah.
I was leaving Corazon once, and I was like, is that me? And it's like, no, that's the River West groan. I was like, okay, woo, because I had the vegan beans. Hey, you know, the pinto beans are vegan now over there.
Are they?
Yeah, just a little bit of River West news. I wouldn't know that. I just happened to eat lunch there when I was staying at the Sheraton. Okay. The Four Seasons.
All right. Oh
The
my
Garden
God.
Sheraton.
Okay, here we go.
What do we got here?
Ben Nidra?
You got to finish that
Nidra?
out. Nidra.
Nidra.
What makes you go with the I instead of an E? Nidra or Nidra?
I don't know, maybe I'm more concerned about the number of N's in Ben.
You're right. You're right. Is that even Ben? Is one N in Ben even Ben?
Yeah.
It's Bean. It's Bean with one E. I don't know. All right. Well, do you know this?
I do not know Ben.
You know nothing about Ben.
No.
Well, Ben made the C list, so Ben, you got to step it up this year. If you listen to the criteria that Corey said, please make your bonus have socialization, detail, and flow.
There it is.
Okay. All right. Good job.
The Holy Trinity, if you
The
will.
Holy Trinity, yes. All good bicycle races need those things.
All right, here we go. It's starting to get a little dicey for some of these folks.
We're down to 8, 7.
We got 7 more to go.
You know, one thing that we do with you do with the Reverse 24, I've just only witnessed online, is that you set hard lines in the sand and they always get moved back a little bit. Is this really a hard line, Corey? Are you sticking with 36?
36.
Why not 48? Come on.
Because 48, we tried that. It was a good time. I think it's back to try to maybe incorporate riding your bike a little bit more.
You know, you risk being on the River West Neighborhood Association by
I'm
making
willing-
hard lines in the sand.
I'm willing to take that risk
Okay.
for the benefit of the community. All right.
Have you ever gone toe-to-toe in a River West Neighborhood Association debate with who I like to call Booth Wheel?
Oh, I have not. Although I've seen some real nine
Wheel.
round bouts.
Booth Wheel will lay it down. She'll debate with you all day long.
Yes, she will.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Go ahead. Who's next?
Here we go. It's getting a little dicey for some of these folks here. And, ooh, Alex came close, but Ian jumps out in first place of this spin.
Corey, you didn't say their last name.
Ian Klepetar.
Good job. Yes, I think so. Klepetar.
I think that's correct.
Yeah. What do you know about Ian Klepetar? Anything?
I don't know anything. I think maybe he was the bass player for the Vic Ferrari 7.
Really? So 2 members of the band are in here. Okay. Bold statement. The longer the name of a band, the crappier
True.
the band. Yep.
Yep.
That's why
Yep.
Schlag
Probably awesome.
probably.
No H.
What are
Yeah.
they called? What are they called again?
Slag.
Slag.
Yeah.
There's no H in slag. I could already hear them too. They're kind of like doomy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Loud. They've got to be
They're-
loud. Very loud.
Very loud. You ever heard the band Cutie?
No. It sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Sounds demonic.
Yeah. They probably played a lot on Pierce Street near the High Dive.
No.
All right, moving along. Oh, is it going to be Sarah Zahner? It looks like it is indeed Sarah Zahner.
Okay, you're all right.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know her?
A lot of vowels.
Yeah.
There's a lot of vowels in Sarah Zahner.
Maybe one too many Z's.
No, it's a perfect amount
Perfect
of Z's.
amount of Z's?
That's
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
2
all right.
Z's is a bit much. But the point is, do you know Sarah?
I do not know
You know
Sarah.
nothing about Sarah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe in passing.
Let's pause here for just a second and tell me this. Off the top of your head, just first thing that jumps into your brain, because this is an unfair question. What is a favorite, not the favorite, but a favorite or a good time bonus you remember being in, participating in, overseeing, managing, ever experiencing in your time in the River West 24?
Well, except for the glory hole bonus.
Yeah. It's a common.
That one's number one. But I think there was one that was called, what was it, Reckoning with the Witching Hour? Something along those lines.
And what did you?
Conjuring of the Witching Hour.
And what did you have to do?
You had to walk through the woods in the dark as some psychopath carried a torch or something.
Okay.
And led you over a bridge.
Okay. The bridge to nowhere.
The bridge to nowhere.
Yeah.
It was the bridge to nowhere. And then some other psychopath is making people use a Ouija board, which is already,
Yeah.
the church was not happy.
No. Well, I think they used a Luigi board, so it was actually okay. Oof. Anyway.
And then once they did that, they had to walk through the woods back to their bikes in the dark.
And what? And you like?
And I think it was just really powerful at that time of night. It was at like 2 a.m.
Looking back at it, and there was no criteria back then, but do you think it had a socialization aspect to it?
To some degree, because I think people were helping each other get through the woods. You know, hey, look out for that stump. Watch out for the roots. I think we need to turn this way.
Did it have a good flow?
Great flow.
When it was presented to you, did it have details?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about this? On the opposite of that, I don't want to hammer anybody out because I appreciate the efforts or the efforts of people that do bonuses. It can be a lot to oversee.
Sure.
And anybody that puts their name in the hat, we don't want to disrespect.
Correct.
But they unexpectedly, the best made plans in an email don't always go as planned.
Very true.
Is there a bonus you can think of over the years that went haywire?
Not necessarily completely haywire. I think, you know, we've got a really good team that's able to put the train back on the tracks. But I know that there has been bonuses where the bonus person doesn't show up.
Okay.
And then in that, thankfully, we've got a great bonus team, and they kind of threw something together and made it happen. But that ended up being, you know, an issue at the time.
Corey, we were talking backstage in the green room, and you mentioned one of the bonuses I remember you first did, and you first got involved with this, you had to shoot hoops in the rain.
You did have to shoot hoops.
Tell us about that. Pretend you're sitting in the back room with the Polish Falcon, and tell me about that.
So, they had just redone the Reservoir Park. They added in a couple of basketball
By the way,
courts.
for those that don't know, that was it was like a giant swimming pool, literally.
Yeah,
like a
there
giant-
was tennis courts
It was
there.
like a 15-foot tall walls
Yeah.
with cement on top.
Correct.
There was tennis courts on the
There
top?
was tennis courts on the top.
Got it. Okay, go ahead. I interrupted. What happened?
And I mostly just wanted a way to just showcase the new park.
Okay.
And so I thought at 2 in the morning, I've got this glow in the dark basketball. Have people just show up and shoot free throws, and they shoot 5, you make 3, whatever comes first. Keep the flow going.
Mm-hmm.
And you're in line, so not necessarily a great way to, as like a community building thing, but hopefully people were mingling in line and talking to new neighbors and that. And
So you ran this bonus,
I ran this bonus.
and they had to shoot a free throw.
Correct.
And they took the shot, and if they missed, then what?
Then they had 4 more shots.
Got it. Okay, so they had 4 shots to make it.
Yeah, they had five shots. We kind of adjusted on the fly.
Yeah.
If somebody made it in their first one, we just kept them moving. If they needed a couple. So, yeah.
Okay, well, but what happened during your bonus, though? You missed the
And then
most
it started.
important part.
And then it started pouring rain.
Yeah.
And I think what happened is that we weren't really prepared for people signing off on it. So I think a lot of people got points even if they weren't there. We gave away some points on that one.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you get 4 or 5 shots?
Yeah, 4 or 5 shots.
Been there.
Yeah. I'm about to be there as soon as this is
Okay.
over.
Let's go.
Okay.
I was at Club 99. Took about 4 or 5 shots, and I didn't get there. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you're hearing me. Still missed it.
All right. Next up is Justin Stone.
You know Justin Stone.
Yes. I only know him through email. I can say though I'm
Good
pretty
people out there in email.
Yeah, email land. I can say I'm actually very excited that he got this bonus that he landed
Because
in.
you like Justin or because you like the bonus?
I liked the bonus, but it was kind of still. Was it good enough or was it? And I think
So
I've been trying to communicate with Justin actually, and just just to maybe do a little couple things to kind of give him the guarantee. Was not able to reach him, but I think his bonus is going to be great. I'm pretty excited about it.
So you like Justin? You've interacted with him. You're just thinking that maybe the details are light.
Yeah, just maybe need to tighten it up a little bit.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, you know about like your tight 5. Right now, it's a little loosey-goosey.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
What's the tight 5 mean? What does that mean?
Well, you as a performer.
Yeah. Oh, I'm tight.
Yeah. There it is. All right. We are at 15. There are people that are on the edge of their seats right now.
So, how many we got left?
We've got 4 more to go.
All right, we're in the final 4.
We're in the final 4.
The kind of the Super Bowl of bonuses right here.
Yeah. We should probably take a break and.
The Indianapolis 500 of bonuses.
That's true.
The World Series of bonuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The World Series of bonuses.
The PGA of bonuses.
Should we quick do a word from our sponsor at Blifford Hardware?
Just hang on a second. The NHL of bonuses.
Yes. The XFL.
The XFL.
The XFL
which is
bonuses.
called what?
The USFL.
What's the game called?
Football.
Okay. Okay. Yes. We should take a spot for our sponsors. Who are our sponsors, Corey?
Blifford Hardware.
And what do they say at Blifford?
If they say you're bored, we've got tons of them in the back.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right, final 4, here we go. Ooh. Everybody's favorite hippie, David Lucas. Okay.
Hang on a second. Whoa. You just threw the boldest statement of the evening. Everybody's favorite hippie? Because there's a lot of hippies.
I mean, we do live in River West.
Have you been to Tracks?
Oof.
Have you been to Walski's? They're not in River West, but have you been there?
I have, yeah. What about Thurman's? You ever been to Thurman's? 15?
Yeah.
Named after Thurman Munson. Big deadhead.
Okay, hang on a second. Let's stay. We're getting a little too didactic. Why is David Lucas your favorite hippie?
Oh, I think I'm just more or less maybe just throwing some bits out there, but he is going to be very well organized to the point where I'm going to get emails at 3 in the morning till 6 in the morning.
That's the only time hippies send emails. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I mean,
that's when the acid
really,
is the best.
I mean, really. When's the last time you saw a hippie send an email during the day?
When's the last time you saw a hippie awake during the day?
Okay, bold statement.
All right.
Well, I've been to the Uptowner at noon, so I'm just saying there are some.
Okay.
Okay.
But they're still awake.
Yeah.
They just haven't gone to bed yet. All right. We have 3 more. It's getting a little dicey for some people.
Yeah, well, it's
here.
been dicey the last 9 numbers.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that.
Oh, Eli Wolf.
Okay.
The Wolf.
You know, I do add and subtract letters into names and things. And I added an H into Schlag.
Yeah.
One thing, I never knew there was an L in Wolf. You know what I'm saying? My whole life it's been a Wolf. So Eli Wolf, thanks for coming. Do you know Eli Wolf?
I don't.
You know nothing about Eli?
No. I cannot even think of what they had sent in. But
It brings nothing.
sure, it's going to be great. Good job, Eli.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Well, hang on a second. Let's go down memory lane here.
Sure.
Now, I asked you a favorite bonus of yours. That's a very subjective.
Yes.
I've asked you a bonus that you did,
Yes.
bonuses that didn't show up. How about a controversial bonus? A bonus that was maybe we got some emails, you got some emails about, or that people were upset about, or it shocked people one way or the other.
Well, inside the glory hole.
Yeah, you're gonna have that on a glory hole.
We've had a couple, maybe a little risque. We had the burlesque show.
Okay, yeah. All right, that ruffled some feathers. No pun intended.
Yeah. The burlesque show ruffled some feathers for sure. And then there was one like belly dancing that was also like a lot of dancing.
Dancing offends people.
Dancing offends people.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
but both of them went through,
Uh-huh.
and
could-
you know, I think they worked out pretty well. And
So do you think that maybe, is it possible that a fourth criteria could be ruffling or unique?
yeah, you know, maybe if you make people uncomfortable for the greater good, I think that's for the greater good.
Okay, all right, so
Yeah,
a fourth step.
take people out of their comfort zone. I think that's a very great point.
It's funny, we all say that, and we all applaud that until we're out of our own comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're running away.
And then you're sending an email, and then you're commenting on the
Right.
Riverwest Neighborhood Association
Yeah.
page. Before you know it, you're an active participating debater on the Riverwest Neighborhood
Yeah.
Association
Right.
page.
You're having an
Yes.
email read on the Dan O'Donnell show.
Oh, my lordy.
All right. We have 2 left.
The championship.
This is it. This is the this would be the semifinals.
I think this is the semifinal. I think this is the championship. There's only 2 left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the Super Bowl.
Okay, here it is. Best of luck. Oh, Danielle Burrows.
You know Danielle?
I do not know Danielle.
You know nothing about Danielle? You know nothing about...
I think the right number of L's.
Yes.
Yes.
That is true. You know what? And the R's too. But
Yes.
the point is,
yes, very good.
you know nothing. You don't remember this at all.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, before we conclude with the last name, let's give a round of applause for all those that are participating
Yeah.
and everyone that's on the board.
Way in the back, even row 14. Okay.
Because although you're setting forth a criteria, and in many ways, some might take your tone as being harsh. Hey, look,
Correct.
I have a great idea. I wanted to welcome people into my home. I have this great idea, and I wrote you this email, and they're aghast. How am I regulated to this wheel, and I didn't get picked? I want to smooth that over and show that I'm assuming you appreciate their participation.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, if this race wouldn't be able to happen without all the bonus checkpoints.
And none of this is meant to be mean,
No,
spirited.
and I think that's kind of why I wanted to go this route and not just, you know, like I do know Sarah Long, for example, and she's great and she's done a lot of great bonuses in the past, but anybody who knows Sarah knows that she also just, you know, her bonuses are going to be like goofy and whatever, which adds a great element to the 24, but I didn't want to just be like, well, Sarah, I know you're in. Because there's a lot of people on this list that I'm looking forward to getting to know.
Okay, let me go back to the original statement.
Yes.
I understand the philosophy of quality over quantity.
Yes.
But do you think last year got boring with the 24 bonuses, the 48 bonuses? Do you think that got to be too much and some of the spirit was lost? Or?
I think so. It's also, it's a lot to take on. You know, to organize it, and then if, you know, 3 people drop out and then you're trying to replace 3 people, and this kind of gives us a little bit more, I know that there's going to be, you know, 15 people ready for backup in this case, where I'm not going to be racing around asking friends if they can, you know, throw something together last second.
Hey, you play the trombone over here. Hey, trombone player, hang on a second. Look here, let's make a joke. Let's do a joke. Can you give me a down note? But let me give you a joke. All right? You know, there's a lot of muscles I haven't used in a long time. I've been married for 25 years.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so before we read the last one, name, what were we talking about? The philosophy of what's going on here, because I think it's important that nobody's disrespected, and you want to have a little corral of people to choose from.
Yes, and so there's just as numbers rise, because hosting a bonus it's great. Anybody who's gotten to do it, they know how much fun it can be and how powerful it can be, and so I think the word spreads, and therefore that's why we had basically like 60 people that signed up.
Okay.
And so knowing that, you know, we can't get everybody in. I don't want to play favorites. I thought maybe this is probably the fairest way to go about it.
Okay, I appreciate that. Let me say this though, Corey.
Yes.
you talk about how it's a lot of work. I mean, what do you get paid to be on the River West 24 organizational board? Doesn't this compensate?
Well, at the end of the year, at the end of the race, we get a buffet dinner that gets catered in, and
Yeah, at the Sheridan.
yeah, at the Sheraton. Right, best steak in town.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's pretty much it.
All right.
For putting in 200-300 hours worth of work every
Yeah.
single day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is the last one. Let's see it.
All right.
Let's see it. Let's clap it
Okay.
up. Let's clap it up with this last name. Keep it going.
All right, best of luck to you. Here we go. And it looks like it's gonna be Zeke Schultz. All right. All right.
I want to say this, that Zeke Schultz is my favorite name to say of the evening. Zeke Schultz.
Great name.
Yeah.
Great name.
All right. Well, are we concluding?
I think you should run down the list.
We should read the list. Do we have the list?
No, we currently don't have the list.
No, do we? No one wrote it down?
Oh, you know what? Hold on.
I wrote down one name.
I know. Hold on. No, actually, I think I do. Hold on.
Okay.
But remove.
What a time to be alive.
Results. Boom! We have it. We have the results right there.
Okay, so hang on. Let's review. Let's go way back. You already have 15 or 16.
Correct.
You added one from the 4.
Correct.
Who was that?
That would be Johanna Paulus. Yeah, or Johanna maybe. Yeah. Tomato, tomato.
I think the H is silent.
Joanna, Johanna.
Oh, yeah.
Now, yeah.
Now we're
Options.
okay.
All of them are great.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, who's next?
Okay. Then Jeffrey Joseph.
Okay, Jeffrey
Okay.
Joseph. Yes, keep it going. Keep it going.
Okay. Milt. Is it Huang? Yeah, Milt. Yeah.
Yeah, Wang.
Okay.
Yep, okay. Keep it going. Keep it going.
All right. Carolyn Weber.
Okay, keep it going. Keep it going.
Okay. Jeff Callison.
Okay.
Okay. Michelle Hackett.
All right.
Christy Sebald.
Okay.
Andy Heath.
All right.
Nicole Shaver, Maddie Day. All right, Craig Brzezinski. Brett Huber. Nick Ruland. Ben Nidra.
All right, Ben.
We Nidra.
Come on, people. Keep it strong.
Ian Klepetar.
Keep it strong.
Sarah Zahner.
All right.
Justin Stone.
Hey, this guy.
All right. David Lucas.
How are you?
Doing really well.
Eli Wolf.
Sorry.
Daniel Burrows. And finally, Zeke Schultz. Hey. All right.
Hang on, before we conclude this evening, hey, what's your name? What's your name?
Al Haskins.
Al Haskins. And thanks for coming out, by the way. Thanks for coming. This is our
Missed it.
This is our bonus show.
Ah,
We're releasing the bonuses for the River West 24 2025.
how's that?
It's going really well. Do you know anything? Have you ever been part of a bonus?
Got a trick question?
No, it's not a trick question. Have you ever been part of a bonus?
Here, you can use mine.
Oh, the bonus?
Yeah, you've been part of a bonus.
You mean like 2 girls instead of just one?
Okay. Careful.
Oh, that's all right. Family program.
Have you ever
My apologies.
I have been to the River West Public House.
Well.
Okay.
All right, pal.
Okay. So we did a bonus show, and what do you think makes a good bonus? What's your name? Al Hatkins?
Yeah.
Haskins?
Haskins. Haskins.
Haskins.
Yeah, Haskins.
Yeah.
Came down from Anago.
Yeah. Okay.
Hilarious.
Okay. So you ever been? What makes a good bonus?
Well, you got 2 of them.
Okay. Two what?
Well, 2 women.
Okay. That makes a good bonus. I don't know if there'll be any bonuses like that.
Ah, yeah,
Well, you know,
one of
hang
them
on,
bike ones.
Hang on,
One of them bike ones. All right.
What makes a bad bonus?
Well, none of them. If you ain't got any of them.
Yeah. Been there.
Yeah, brother, ain't we all then?
Okay. So thanks for coming out to the Black Husky.
Yeah, love dogs. Great creatures,
Okay. And what brought you here today, all the way from Anago?
Is some kind of trick question?
And it's not a trick question. No.
Well, here's the thing. You head west, and then you turn right.
Yeah.
Or you turn left, real sudden like.
Oh, right.
And that's how you wind up down here.
Yeah. Well, we just had what we had done here today. Al Hatkins
Yeah.
is you ever heard of the River West 24? Is that a trick question?
24. Yeah, well.
Okay. So we did a bonus show. I was hosting this bonus show here. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. And,
right, tell me what's up.
we took 36 bonuses out of potentially 50. We spun a wheel to see who was in. These people on the board didn't get in. Can you offer them anything to say? Anything?
Yeah.
What would you say to the people that didn't make it?
This life of ours, this thing we have, nothing's said and done until it's said and done.
That's right. That's right. Tell me, how are you qualified to comment on these bonuses?
The hell I walked in here.
Okay. All right. Let's hear it for Hazel Atkins. Okay. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to the River West 24 bonus show. We'll see you. We won't do this. Will never happen again.
Probably not.
Probably not. Lucky for you. Where'd you get that?